Welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Open Great League and let's see what team we're going to be running with. So we're going to be trying out the Gligar, Shadow Gligar paired with the Whiscash and Poliwrath in the back. So we're just going to play this one out as we could try to catch a move, but we're going to see if they are going to do anything weird. They do go for the skull. We do get debuffed, so we're just going to switch out of that situation. We do get met with a Chestnut. Chestnut versus this Poliwrath. Unfortunately, not going to be able to survive probably a Frenzy Blast, so we're just going to throw this Icy Wind here. We do get a shield out of that situation, and it does debuff their attack, but looks like we're just going to let this go. So we're just going to come back in with the Gligar eventually to potentially farm a bunch, and we are going to be doing double super effective fast moves here. Farming up a lot of energy, going to throw this Arrow Ace before they can get to a move. This Arrow Ace will go through, taking out this Chestnut here. At least we have energy headed towards this Whiscash. We're going to throw this Dig. Going to take this Whiscash into the red. And we're going to let this Scold go through. We do have Whiscash on Whiscash here. And we're going to let this one go because we don't know what's in the back at this point. They go for the Scold. We avoid the debuff, which is great for us. We're going to go for this Mud Bomb. Mud Bomb is all that's needed to take out this Whiscash at this point. And let's see what they have in the back. Ends up being the Vigoroth. Vigoroth here, it is going to be difficult to take down because this Whiscash is super low. They do shield a Scold. Our only chance right there is probably double debuff Scolds, but they were able to shield that first one. And now they're just going to be able to outpace us really easily. Going to throw the Scold here just to see how much damage we can do at this point. Okay, gets it into the yellow, and we do get the debuff, but a little bit too late because they're going to be able to get to this body slam here very soon. So GG's to our opponent, unable to win that backline right there. Next game, let's see what we find. Shadow Gligar paired with the Whiscash is the core, and then we just kind of have the Shadow Poliwrath, kind of a general safe swap. So we do get a good lead here. Our opponent here does switch out into the Skarmory. So Skarmory, we decided to go into our Whiscash. Whiscash here is able to throw this Scold right back at this Skarmory. We do get the debuff, which is going to help the situation. Trying to get to another Scold. They are able to snipe that energy. We're just going to let this one go. Ends up being the Brave Bird, but because they were debuffed, we were able to survive it quite nicely. We're going to be able to go to another Scold here. Scold does get the shield from our opponent, which is fantastic for us. And this time we're going to let this go. We're going to let this one go because we're going to potentially come back in with our Poliwrath to farm down because they did debuff themselves. We do get that farm, and then we're going to switch out to the Gligar when they come back in with the Annihilate here. Is going to shield this Arrow Ace, and now all we have to do here is the shield these, and we should be okay. Nice Slash comes through, no buff, so we are able to get to another Arrow Ace here. This will do a huge amount of damage, potentially taking it out. Yes, it does. And now this is over because we do have the Lantern lurking in the back versus our Gligar. This Gligar does have a shield, thankfully, and we're going to be able to get to this Dig. This Dig here does a good amount of damage, but it will not KO, even as a Shadow. Gets it into the red, and now we're just going to try our best to... Okay, they actually get to a move. We're going to allow this one to go through here. And we're just going to get to a farm down with the Poliwrath, and we are able to beat that Lantern. So GG's to our opponent, able to beat that backline with our Poliwrath and Gligar with some energy. Alright, next game, let's see what we find. We got the Shadow Gligar versus Trevenant. Fantastic lead here. Expecting them to switch out. Let's see what they do. They do stay in for a little bit. They switch out into the Bastion, and that is all but over because we do have the Whiscash for that situation, and they basically have no play because we're going to be able to spam those Mud Bombs quite easily and faster than they can get to their charge moves. Alright, next game, let's see what we find. We got the Shadow Gligar on the Bastiodon. Okay, we kind of have three good counters to this Bastiodon. and we're going to see what they want to do here. So we're going to throw this dig right here on good timing. This is going to get some huge damage or potential shield. They do decide to shield it. Right there, we do sneak in a Phasma, I believe, and we're going to shield the Stone Edge. We got another dig coming through right now. This dig is potentially going to KO from this range. Okay, nope. They decide to just tank it, and then they just let it go. Ends up being the Gallade in the back. Gallade in the back here is not great for our Poliwrath. One Leaf Blade does take out our Poliwrath, but that's okay because we should be able to come back in with the Gligar and do some good amount of damage. Here, we're going to farm up a little bit, and they do decide to throw on CAP, but we're just gonna shield right here and look for the farm down. Oh, no farm down, unfortunately. This Shadow Gligar, this Shadow Gallade is actually just wrecking our Gligar, and unfortunately for us, ends up being the double grass in the back, and we're not going to be able to win this now because, as you can see here, Victory Bell is going to be able to do shield and take us out. So GG's to our opponent. Unfortunately, Gligar never got matched up against the grass types correctly. Next game, let's see what we find. We got the Shadow Gligar versus the Ninetales. Not a good situation for us right here. We're going to switch out into the Poliwrath. Poliwrath here is at least able to do some neutral fast moves. They decided to farm out some energy, and then they switch out into the Lantern. Now we're going to throw this Skull to do some chip damage. No debuff, unfortunately. They are able to farm us down. Now we're going to have to come back in with the Gligar and tank. Okay, we actually come back in with the Whiscash, thinking we can potentially get a ton of energy here. So that's the idea behind going for the Whiscash, because they have shown Ninetales and Lantern. And our opponent here ends up throwing another Surf. This Surf here gets us into the yellow. We're going to try our best to throw this Mud Bomb before they get to another move. They're going to let this go, and now we're going to see if we can win their back line. So we know that they still have Ninetales, and what else? Probably another Water type? Yeah. Ends up being the Whiscash in the back. This Whiscash here is Shadow, though, so we're going to go for a huge Scold. Scold does get them into the yellow. Not quite 50%, probably like 40% damage right there. Now we're going to go for another Scold here. They did end up throwing a Mud Bomb, so they're going to be able to get to another move here pretty quickly. Ooh, we do get the debuff. We take out the Whiscash, and now we're going to try our best to get to a Mud Bomb. This Mud Bomb here will potentially get them in range of a farm down, but they do end up shielding it, which is good for them. Now we're going to try our best to throw in good timing. We're going to throw this Arrow Ace right here. Arrow Ace will get let go. Interesting. We get a shield here, and we're going to look for the farm down at this point. Only way to win this, if we do go for the farm down, they look like they aren't going to have enough health, and we are able to farm down. So nice play by us. Check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.